Hey everyone, hope you all are doing well and in very good health. This is the cricket star boy Tyrelle Audain back with another video. So guys, I know it's been a while since I've last done an update from the Men's Cricket World Cup in India. I've been very busy with work, and also I've been busy doing a secret project that is going to be happening next week Monday. I can't tell you viewers this because it is private business that I will not get involved with. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So folks, South Africa are back at the top of the table at the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup. That's because the Proteas put on a phenomenal all-round performance, and not only they thrashed New Zealand by 190 runs in Pune in their seventh match at the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, but it has also suddenly opened up the door for the Pakistani team with regards to semi-final chances. That's because the New Zealanders lost its third consecutive game, and South Africa since the start of the World Cup. Now, no one gave the Proteas a chance before the start of the World Cup. A lot of people were saying that the big three are Australia, England, and India would make the semis. Look what's happened. England eliminated, Australia almost certain of a semi-final berth, and India already there because they've been undefeated since the start of the tournament. And right now it's a toss-up between Pakistan, New Zealand, and the South Africans for that semi-final spot. But do not dare count out the Afghanistanis, because Afghanistan have been playing solid cricket right through the middle of the competition. That's because they upset England, they upset Pakistan, and they upset the Sri Lankans. They defeated three big sides. Now, the Afghans are in action the day after tomorrow against the Netherlands, and a defeat for and a win for the Afghans will make things very, very interesting for that final, for that fourth position spot for the semi-final of the World Cup. And I must say the Afghanistani cricket team has been performing really well. Not only the Afghans, but the Netherlands as well. Now, the other day I was saying on social media how Netherlands should be the next team to get test match status. That would, in my view, would be very difficult, because the way how cricket is getting mishandled and not growing properly by the organizers. Look, for example, in American sports. Look, for example, Major League Baseball, the National Football Association, the National Basketball Association. I'm talking about American sports that's owned by the Americans. MLB, which is in World Series right now. NBA, which just started back. NFL started back a month back. Those are American sports compared to Europe, which is owned by football. In fact, football is mostly played by those in Europe, like for the examples, the Premiership, the La Ligas, the Serie A's, the Bundesligas, the Eredivisie, the list goes on. Look, for example, baseball, football, NFL. They're all owned by Americans. Or should I say NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, college, and those stuff. They're owned by the Americans compared to the Europeans that are so football holic. And unlike Asians who love their cricket so bad, and Australia, they love their rugby and those stuff. But excuse me, the problem with world cricket is it will never grow, because look, for example, currently there are 12 full member nations. Only a few, the lower full member nations, they get less test matches a year because things are really mishandled right now. And if you look at what's happening in the current World Cup, Afghanistan and the Dutch have surprised the cricketing world so bad. Now, no one gave them a chance to defeat any of the other teams in the competition, but the way how the Afghans and the Dutch have played was truly out of this world and magnificent. That's the two words I'm going to use. But coming back to South Africa and New Zealand, Quinton de Kock and Rassie van der Dussen struck 114 and 133 respectively to guide the Proteas to 357 for 4 from 50 overs. Coincidentally, here are a couple of stats that you all should know. South Africa has hit the most number of sixes so far in one single edition in World Cup history. I think they have 83 or 84, somewhere there. They broke England's record from the last World Cup and West Indies record from 2015. Now, keep in mind, South Africa at the start of the year was in danger of going through the qualifiers. Well, thank goodness they automatically qualified because they played the aggressive brand of cricket. Now, the aggressive brand of cricket started with the English when they were eliminated from the 2015 World Cup and they had the whole operation cleaned up, and that is where the aggressive mindset came. England, they don't have the aggressive mindset like they used to because of all set of rubbish. The aggressive mindset was adopted by the Australians and the South Africans, and other teams are following that mindset. The only teams that are still following the 90s mindset are Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and West Indies, unfortunately. But thank goodness West Indies is not in the World Cup because we would have embarrassed ourselves even further. Excuse me. So as I was saying, South Africa posted 357 before. A total of 15 sixes was hit in the South African innings compared to 15 sixes compared to 26 fours that were struck in the team's total of 357 for 4. There was centuries from de Kock playing in his last World Cup before ODI retirement, and Rassie van der Dusen made 133, which comprised of 9 fours and 5 sixes at a strike rate of 112.71. And as for the Kiwi bowlers, the only bowler that looked very impressive was Trent Boult, 1 wicket for 49 from 10 overs. As for the rest of the bowlers, Southee was expensive on return. Santner went for no wicket for 58. Glenn Phillips, the part-timer, no wicket for 52. Ratching Ravindra, no wicket for 17. And Nisham had to complete the rest of the overs because Matt Henry pulled up with a sore hamstring. Hope it's not too serious, but he was wicketless today for 31. Tim Southee was the pick of the bowlers despite being expensive. And Jimmy Neesham had to finish for Henry, who didn't come back onto the park. A wicket for 69 from 5.3. And in response, New Zealand can only muster 167. Not one batter from the top 5 got past 30 except for Will Young, who made 33. And Glenn Phillips top scored with 60 or 50 deliveries, which comprised of 4 boundaries and 4 sixes at a strike rate of 120. However, the rest of the Kiwi batting lineup failed to fire as a very aggressive South African bowling attack took center stage. I'm going to start with the spinners because I'm going to start with just the one spinner they played, and that was Kishab Maharaj, who was the pick of the bowlers. 4 wickets for 46 from 9 overs. There was 3 wickets for 31 from Marco Jansen, 1 for 16 for Kagiso Rabada, and Gerald Coetzee was the second pick of the bowlers today, 2 for 41 from 6.3. With this victory, South Africa go back to the top of the table on 12 points from 7 matches with 6 victories and 1 defeat. As for India, who are playing Sri Lanka tomorrow, they have 12 points and have won all of their games so far and have not dropped a single game. Australia third on the table with 8 points, 4 victories, 2 defeats. New Zealand, same number of points, but the difference is they have 4 victories and 3 defeats. Pakistan, they're still in with a chance of the semi-finals, so as Afghanistan, who have the same number of points, but the difference is Pakistan has played 1 extra game than the Afghans because they have 3 victories and 4 defeats. Afghanistan, 3 victories, 3 defeats. Sri Lanka are in 7th position with 4 points, so as the Netherlands. But the difference is the net run rate. Sri Lanka and the Netherlands have a minus net run rate. However, Sri Lanka own is a bit better than the Dutch. Both sides have 2 victories and 4 defeats apiece. But as what I said earlier on in the video, Afghanistan and the Netherlands have played far better cricket than Sri Lanka and Bangladesh in this competition. Now keep in mind, Netherlands gave Sri Lanka and Pakistan a run for their money early on in the competition. And look at those two sour teams, 9th and 10th position. Bangladesh and England, both sides have 2 points and are at the bottom of the table. However, England has a minus net run rate of 1.652. And here's the catch. Some of your viewers may not know this, but a few days ago, the ICC announced Champions Trophy qualification out of nowhere. And because of that, England needs to win its remaining games to avoid missing out on the 2025 Champions Trophy, which is all happening in Pakistan. And Bangladesh, well, they're all but out of the running, so as England. But for both teams to try and sneak into the Champions Trophy in 2025, they have to win its remaining games. As for Afghanistan and the Netherlands, if both sides stay in the top 8, Afghanistan might play its first ICC Champions Trophy, while the Netherlands might play its second edition since the 2002 tournament in Sri Lanka. So with all of that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Hope you guys stay blessed, stay safe, and I do hope that I get a chance to do every video from here on out. So folks, until we meet again, stay blessed, be good, be cool. Thank you very much, and goodbye.